Lucy obviously is a building in the shape of an elephant. She's 140 years old. She was built in 1881 as a marketing gimmick to sell real estate here at the Jersey Shore in what was then called South Atlantic City.
My favorite part was probably going all the way up and being able to look out and see the beach.
In 1976, she was dedicated as a National Historic Landmark, and today she's one of the most beloved, iconic attractions on the Jersey coast. Lucy is actually the oldest roadside attraction in America. She's older than the Statue of Liberty. Not many people know that.
It's places like this that are quirky and a little bit off that are memorable, so we can say, hey, do you remember that time we were all inside that giant elephant looking out at the beach? And everybody's going to remember that.
Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. Fencing. For centuries, the sport has been associated with royalty, the upper class in Europe. But as Jersey Matters' Phil Andrews now tells us, the sport has found its way to Lambertville.
Let's face it, fencing is not a sport that gets a lot of love or attention. But for the last 40 years, Mark Holbrough's careful cultivation of the Bucks County Fencing Academy has helped plant the seeds and nurture hundreds of those who have decided to lunge into the sport.
It is a challenge every year, every month, to make things work and keep things going. But today we have 2 locations and we have about 150 students currently active. And so we're doing well.
Holbrough, a 3-blade fencing master, operates the academy alongside his wife Lisa Martini. And apparently the family affair thing also flows through some of those who frequent the facility.
My daughter came to me one day and she said, I'd like to start fencing. And I was like, okay. She had seen it on Fetch with Ruff Ruffman on PBS. And she's like, that looks cool. And then I watched her doing it for a while and I said, I'm on the wrong side of the partition. I'm sitting here with all the parents. And I decided to get out there myself.
My dad wanted me to get involved because he's from the Soviet Union, and fencing was like a very elite sport in the Soviet Union, but he was poor and he couldn't partake in it. So when he came to America, he really wanted his kids to partake in it. And he also wanted me to be able to defend myself.
Claire Pave is a sophomore at Council Rock North High School and loves the sport for its competitive aspects and the way it challenges her mentally.
Honestly, I like being under pressure because it forces me to have to use my mind in like a productive way, and be able to compete and act under pressure is probably one of the most useful skills anyone can have in life, to be able to make quick decisions and make the right move and also move around blocked moves or parries. It's very important to be able to recognize when you have to change lines of attack.
As you can see, the fencers are fully protected from head to toe, including the mesh-covered mask and chest protector. But of course, the real tools of this trade are the weapons.
I fence with the foil, which is one of the 3 blades: foil, saber, and epee, which are the 3 blades.
The foil is held like this and is a point thrusting weapon only. The tip of the foil has a spring-loaded button on the tip, so when it is depressed, it scores a touch. So it is a point thrusting weapon only, not a cutting weapon. The saber is held here, right? And it is a cutting and a point thrusting weapon. So touches are scored with the cutting edge as well as the point, and the blade is fairly flexible. It's actually the lightest of the 3 blades. The blade of the epee is a triangular cross section, so it is stiffer than the foil and the saber. And the epee is a point thrusting blade like the foil, so There's a spring-loaded button on the tip, so when the point hits, right, it registers.
By the way, later this month, the U.S. men's and women's fencing team will head to Tokyo to take part in the Olympics. 5 New Jersey residents on that squad, the largest American team ever to compete in the Summer Games. In Lambertville, for Jersey Matters, I'm Phil Andrews.
All right, thank you, Phil. Before my commentary, it is a sad day for us at Jersey Matters. In April, we reported on Deborah Kaufman, a wife and mother from Denville who desperately needed a kidney transplant.
You know, there are many people who last a long time on dialysis, but I don't know if that's in my cards. I don't know if I'm that person that's going to be on dialysis for 20 years. I don't know. I don't know. It's a scary thought, and I think about it probably nonstop, but I have to keep a very positive attitude that there is somebody out there that's going to help. And it scares me. It absolutely scares me.
Last week, Deborah Kaufman died. She was 60 years old. There are 4,000 people in New Jersey who need life-saving organ transplants. If you would like to be a donor, go to newjerseysharing.org.